Now, a really strong test would be what's happening in visual cortex.
For this test, the subjects are fitted with a high-density EEG.
Electroencephalogram, or EEG as it's commonly known, is a method where we put electrodes on the scalp surface that measure changes in electrical conductance in the underlying brain tissue. We can actually see, by presenting a visual stimulus, is the brain response to that stimulus. Is it changed as a function of the hypnotic state?
Everything looks good with the EEG, so I believe we're ready to begin.
Subjects are instructed to watch a series of computer-generated patterns. Then they are hypnotized.
Okay, I want to induce hypnosis again on you. What I'd like you to do is just lift your left hand up in front of your face just like this. When I count to 3 and say the word closer, I want you to let that left hand move in towards your face. And now 1, 2, 3, let your hand come closer and closer towards your face. Sleep. Let your entire body relax.
The subjects are then commanded to be blind to the patterns and watch the screen once again.
The spot in the middle of the screen will have some letters. You will only be able to see the letters. There are no checkerboards around the screens. All there is a black screen. When I ask you to open your eyes, we'll begin, and you'll just look straight ahead in your eyes.
So these are stimuli that should generate a really robust visual response, but he's been hypnotized to not be able to see, to be blind to these really high contrast stimuli.
Look at her eyes. Look at how watery her eyes are right now.
It's an extraordinary response, isn't it?
It is.
So the preliminary data from the technicians here suggests that in these hypnotized subjects, we see latency shift in the early visual response, which could mean that some kind of visual process here has been altered, delayed.
The shift in latency means that all the subjects did have some neurological response to the hypnosis. But is it enough to determine whether the subjects were truly in a hypnotic state?
I'm still not convinced that we've really been able to design a test that answers the question that we're trying to get at.
I agree. I think that there's a limitation to what we just saw.
So I wonder if there is any type of experiment or test that we could do that they could not just go along with, and that if they were able to go along with this task, it would be evidence that they were truly hypnotized.
Something very physically extreme, do you mean?
Right. So it's absolutely vital that we rule out anyone that's faking a hypnotic trance. To do that, we're going to use a full-body cold immersion test.